But you have to have the substance, not the bottle.
To know absolutely your testing is accurate, you need to either have it through a clear container, you need to hold the belly spot, or you need to talk to someone, or have a picture of someone who's used it, or have a picture of the actual product, not just a container. I mean, I would say I'm very accurate, and probably I'm accurate on this through a container 90% of the time. Well, if you're going to get sick, I'd rather be accurate 100% of the time.
Right.
So I would want to open it up, look down inside, and then test it. Because then I know the test is good.
Okay. Now, if we could right now cover some of the science, actual science behind what actually takes place that causes this lock to happen.
Let me say one other thing first. It's a technical thing. If you're testing a homeopathic, it tests differently. Okay, so a non-homeopathic, you want it to be strong, weak. A homeopathic will always test as a toxin because that's how homeopathy works. It's giving you the frequency of a poison that your body mounts a healing response to. So like pulsatilla, for example. If pulsatilla is good for me, and that's a common homeopathic for like sinus infections, and you would go pulsatilla, I want to be healthy, pulsatilla, I want to be sick. It's like a toxin reversing me. You ask a different question. Will that be significantly helpful? Yes. So a toxin, yeah, that was a no, wasn't it? But, so I'm saying a homeopathic will always test as a toxin.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't really use that, so yeah.
Okay.
But if we come back to that, again, George Goodhart, the father of applied kinesiology, did the most work, and he's got a wealth of information. And I don't know that we understand the science as much as it does cause a muscle to shorten or contract. In the same way, a lie will do the same thing. If you know how to test for reversal, your kids can't lie to you. Oh yeah, when my daughters grew up, they knew. They didn't say, I didn't do that, Dad. They'd say, Dad, come and test me. Come and test me. You'll know I'm telling the truth, because they couldn't get away with anything. So.
Well, that's cool. I mean, for no other reason.
That's right.
Did it for that.
That's right.
I mean, that's huge. Okay. All right. I know that we have some products here that I would like to do some testing on.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway, if you'd like to explain how that works.
Yeah, the nice thing about products is, again, you can test them. First of all, and I've talked to Dennis about some of the products, putting them like where you actually have a picture next to the tablet on the website, or if it's a liquid in a little clear shot glass, where people can actually test through that picture before they order it. And so the first thing you're going to do is, once you have that picture, like I've got the open product, is holding the belly spot, and I would say for me, this product, okay, this product I want to be healthy, this product I want to be sick. Okay, that tests good for me. Well, the second question, is this significantly helpful? Yes. Okay, how many a day? More than one? More than two? More than three? No. So I should take 3 a day. Now, that's a dynamic measurement, meaning it will change from day to day. So I check my supplements every night. Do I need them that day? And if so, what's the dose?
Okay. So your dosage could change daily.
Your dosage often changes daily, depending on what you're taking. Yeah.
Okay. Now, I've gotten in the habit of, once I establish my dose, I just take it continually, the same amount every day. Right. And it never entered my mind that I needed to recheck the dosage.
Well, think about this. Does your car use the same amount of gas every day? Depends on how you're running it.
Right.
Right. Our bodies are the same way. Some days it wants more, other days it doesn't really want as much. I think the other thing that you want to ask is, is it in your best interest to take this? Now, typically, if I'm checking the dosage, I've already kind of implied that. But, is it in my highest and best good to take this now? And I know with MMS, I had tested that I didn't need to avoid an antioxidant for more than an hour and 45 minutes, long before you were here and said, yeah, we found out it's only about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes. Because I would test, okay, how soon can I take, for example, drink green tea if I've just had some MMS, more than if I just do that right now. So if I say, okay, if I've just had my MMS, how soon can I drink green tea, a major antioxidant? without interfering. Do I have to wait more than 30 minutes? Okay. More than 90 minutes? Okay. More than 100 minutes? Okay. So for me, between 90 and 100 minutes, I can have my green tea. And that may be a little different for someone else, and that's the value of this. The other thing that's really nice is, you go to a dinner, and for people that are sensitive, you ask the waitress, well, tell me about the pasta plate. Well, you can test it through her memory. And that's the last one she served. It's not the one you're going to get. So you can be testing under the table, or, okay, that plate I want to be healthy, that plate I want to be sick. Okay, I can have that. Then when it comes, you retest it. Because you don't know, did they change the ingredients? Did something else get in it?
Or did somebody go to the bathroom and forget to wash their hands?
That's right.
It's handling the food.
That's right.
Yeah. So
Now,
that's it.
one of the things I know I showed Dennis this is that once you get it locked out here, okay, and because that's an easy and big one to learn. I'm using this for the camera. You're going to find you can drop it down to the side and do the same thing and be just as accurate. And now you're not, thumbing everybody's nose at the dinner table, but you can be very subtle that way.
I know that when I had this health problem in June, and I lost 34 pounds in 10 days, 19 of which was saline, which is salt water that they put on me in 4 days in the hospital. But after, I was excited about losing the 19 pounds to get back where I was, but then when I dropped 15 more pounds of muscle and some fat, obviously, but anyway, I was in a panic. What am I going to do? How am I going to stabilize my weight? And Dr. Haglund, an MD from Oklahoma City, told me that you use your pendulum and downs. Okay, so I piddled around, like I said to begin with, for many years with little faith in my ability to do that. But I went to Whole Foods with my pendulum here, and I walked around there for 2 hours. I only found 3 things in that whole store that would let me eat, and that was goat milk, goat cheese, and quinoa. And I was just shocked. I couldn't imagine, but I stabilized that day.
Right.
I've stayed within a pound one way or the other ever since. Now, I haven't weighed myself since I've been to Hawaii, so I may have put on 5 pounds. I'll tell you, since we've been working together, my appetite's come back a great deal. I'm getting to where I can eat nearly anything on just about any menu right now, and it's amazing to me.
But part of that is you took the toxic load off the body to let it heal. The other thing is, even the pendulum, it's important to hold that belly spot, because I've just not seen a failure of that yet. And that's, I remember I was trained with a group many years ago in the same kind of technique of testing, and clients would call and say, well, why do I have a different result from this person to this person? And they didn't have the answer why that was. It was because one of the practitioners was reversed at the time because they weren't holding this, and they didn't have the client hold this. Once that was done, they got the same results every time.
That's great. I know there's so many people that in the last 2 or 3 years since I've been involved with MMS, there's probably 20 MDs now that use this on a regular basis. And I know I've got to go back to all of them and find out if they understand this, if they understand the reversal, because that's a very important thing that they should all be aware of if they're not already. But I really appreciate you taking the time to go through this. If we could,
sure.
Let's do some more of the different products and see.
One of the things that I know, we have phenomenal success with fungal infections. And if a person tests good on it, we put it on MMS, we check their dose, and then we check when do they usually need to switch off of that and go to silver, the molecular silver. And then most people have it completely cleared within 4 to 6 weeks. Most of the people clear both their fungal infection and gluten intolerance. So it's a great combination.